What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Andrew's Reptile Arc, and this week we are doing a video on opening up that back ramp for Bowser. As you can see, he's finally out of his brumation, which is good, and we're opening that up so he can have a whole different section to his cage. So for our new viewers, this is Bowser, our red Argentine, our Argentinian Tegu. And he actually was just in his brumation, and he just came out of it, which means he was kind of hibernating, and kind of weird, but in the wintertime here, he is active. We probably have the heat on a lot more, so it's a lot hotter in here. But during the summertime, when we have the AC on, he's a lot more slow, and he kind of hibernates for that period. But as you can see, he's a lot more alert than some of our other videos. He's probably a bit hungry too. He almost ate my hand there. So he is probably hungry. We actually just got back from a trip from Florida, so he hasn't eaten in a week. So we may feed him a little bit tonight, but not right now. I do want to open up that back section and give him the whole bottom floor, and you guys will be able to see that very shortly. He does have some stuck shed, which we will be taking him to the vet to take off. Don't want that causing a problem. But he looks like he's doing really well after a week away. Calm down. He is very warm, so he was just under the heat lamp. So he was sitting here warming up a bit. Trying to eat my camera now. So I do want to take a video when he is like this to show you that he does get much hungrier and he gets a lot more kind of aggressive, but not to the point where he's lashing out at me. And we are going to do a video on a custom platform right here for him. That will be in the weeks to come, so watch out for that video if you want to build your own custom decor. And the water dragons behind me are doing really well. As you can see, he's a lot more active than our other videos. And this is what I really love, watching him interact with his cage. But we'll get in there and just open that up right now, and I'll give you a tour of the lower section. Our older viewers will know this top level pretty well, so we won't go over that too much, but we'll just head down there right now. Alright, so this is our lower section. It is kind of cobwebby, so I'm going to get rid of those. But this is our lower section to Bowser's cage. It was temporarily Rex's cage while I was building his. If you want to see how to build your own custom cage, you can head over to that video and check that out. Rex is actually upstairs. He has his own cage now, so I can give this back to Bowser. When he's in his brumation, I like to keep him on one floor, because down here is a little cooler, and I want him to kind of not be in brumation for the 6 months that he would be doing in the wild. As you can see, there's a, or maybe you can't see that, but there's a big cobweb right there. But I'm just going to go grab a cloth to get all these cobwebs. But we're just gonna, I have a little locking system right here that we're gonna drop down. And I'll put you guys down here. Just finish the, alright. We are gonna put some water down here for him. We used to have a giant dish, but I don't think he's gonna really want that. maybe it would make this video kind of long if I did it. So we're gonna search for something. Oh, by the way, we installed a cover to our turtle pond so that keeps the humidity in. I'm not sure if I'm a fan of it or not, but I think Brooklyn really likes it, and it keeps in the humidity. They got a bigger dock in here now. We have seen them up there too, but it does keep the humidity in. But we were just trying to figure out how much. Got the little card here. Have to stick that on a little better. But back to Bowser, I'm gonna find a water dish for this and I'll get right back to you guys. Alright, so I did find this big tub again. I don't really want to put it in, but I kind of have to. Don't really have another water dish for him. And we can fill it up just a little bit. Just crawl over, you guys. Oh, I got this massive sunburn on my back while I was in Florida. So if you see me in pain, that's what it is. And I did clean this after Rex was here. You don't really want, you want to clean stuff every time you change it out, especially when you're changing animals like that. Now he will definitely smell Rex being in here, but obviously he's not going to be tearing stuff apart because he's not in here anymore. And I think we have some dirt I could put in here as well. Like that. So now I'll put some water in here, then we'll get right to opening that so that you guys can see. And we'll get right back to you. I don't think you want to see a time lapse, so it would be nice and quick. Okay, well, that filter isn't turning on, so we'll just leave it like that for now. And I will just be changing it more often. Oh, that hurt my shoulder. Yeah, so yeah, sunburn on the shoulder never feels good. Wear sunscreen. Should have done that a lot more. Bunch of this is gonna come down. So you guys will be able to see him come down. He does like this lower area a lot. Plus, Tegus are very, very curious about their environment. So he's already looking. He knows that this area is open now. There's his head. So he has some urate right here that we'll just take out. Now this is gonna smell a little different to him, like I said, because first of all, he hasn't been down here in a while, and there has been another lizard in here, so. And Tegus are not graceful lizards. They're big and they know they're big, so they can come down pretty hard. He's warm. He's rearing to go. A little shed there. Now, like we covered in previous videos, you can rip shed off of Tegus. They have a thicker skin, but you don't want to go ripping large portions like this tail off. But this stuck stuff on his belly he can take off. Just throw it down. We can tend to this up here while doing that. I just need to watch him. I don't want him biting my toes or anything. Now Bowser is 39 inches long, so he's not a full-grown Tegu. But he is getting up there, but he's still a sub-adult. He's... No, we're not coming out. Checking me out. You have a cave in there, buddy. Now this is the same custom-made cave as we have, or the custom-made cave just like the platform up there. And he'll go and check that out. While he's doing that, we'll kind of throw down some more wood chips. I think I had this up there last time, just to keep it down. He's gonna, I don't know if you guys can see him. He does really like this lower section. This is what I love about Tegus. You can really see their intelligence at work right here. They're really exploring everything. You can almost see that he's problem solving. Like I say, there's more to just the instinct there. He's actually curious about what's happening. Hopefully you guys can see that in there. Smelling everything. And this lower section is the exact same dimensions as the one above it. So he can freely go up and down at any time. And I can also lock it at any point as well. Now the thought process behind this is if I'm cleaning one section, I don't really want him bothering me while I'm doing it. Because Tegus are curious, like you see. And I don't want him coming up to me every 10 seconds to see what's going on. Now he's rubbing his back like that. He's trying to mark his territory because he does smell another lizard. By rubbing that section is getting the scent on it. Now we don't want him coming out yet. I don't want him exploring. Oh, and Tegus are tropical lizards. They do like water. They don't look like they would be very good at swimming, but they're actually pretty good swimmers. And that's warm water that I put in there, so it's good for his skin. And a shed right there. But he's even checking, did you see that? He's even checking out the hanging plants. Now you always want to give Tegus a place to soak their entire body. Sometimes they cram themselves into that tiny one up there, but this is a place where he can comfortably lie in the water. Sorry guys, my battery died right there. So, didn't have the chance to catch him going in the water. I had to run upstairs and get it. Now hopefully he doesn't poo in this because I just put the water in. Then I'll have to drain it, which I don't really want to do right this second. You can see how content he is in the water. He does fit in there. It doesn't look like it because his tail's way over here, but he can wrap himself in there pretty good. He can fit into the lower, or the upper one over there, so I know he can fit into this one. And we do have rocks for him to rub up against to get that shed off. I would like to see a setup where it's both levels are one section, so he doesn't have to walk up and down. But for right now, this is really good. Now, Tegus do like climbing, even though they're terrestrial animals, they can do it. But you do want structures like this piece of wood back here, which are thick, and that can support him. Now, you can see he's not exactly the same color, and this tells me that he's probably going to shed relatively soon. He's kind of like a gray red. And every time he sheds, he's going to get slightly more red. You can see some Tegus that are just full red, which is really cool, but I think he's a morph, so he will never become full red. So I think we're going to let him sit there, and then we'll come back to him later, and we will feed him a little bit. So it's a little later in the day. I did get a chance to thaw out some chicken thighs, actually. This is from my mom, but I do share most of the meat with him. Sharing's caring. I also just woke him up. He was sleeping a little bit, which Tegus tend to do as they age. So hopefully he can eat for you guys. He was hungry. Hopefully he's not too tired to do that. Here, come here. There we go. This is actually one of the first times I've ever fed him chicken thighs. I don't normally buy chicken thighs. But I don't think he really cares. Put this closer to him. Nope, that's my hand. Now this was 2 chicken thighs that I cut up into strips. It just allows him to eat them easier. I'm pretty sure he could eat an entire chicken thigh by himself, but just making it easier for him. Bite-sized pieces is always better. Right down the hatch. I love how he licks his lips. You can see him working it down. If you play with this food, becomes almost interested in it again. Now I do have a bowl for him up here, and this is what I normally use, but just nice and easy, fast today. I used a regular plate. See how it's kind of slick? Reptile bowls aren't like that. Want that last piece? There we go. So you guys did get a shot of him eating too. I wasn't expecting to wake up this fast from a brumation. Only gone a week and he's already like his regular self, not sleepy or anything, which is always fun. I love him like this. Just takes a minute to work the food down, I should say. Oh, clean the face. So he does keep his face clean too by doing this, by rubbing it around stuff. And he gets wood chips all over it. But he'll brush those off. And look, already searching for more food. So for the last hour or so, it's about 8 o'clock right now, p.m. So he's gonna sit in the basking lights for the last hour or so that his light is on. And he's gonna start digesting that food. Reptiles need to increase their body temperature to digest that matter. Not like you and I do it, that just do it by itself. So we will let him do that. So I think that's the end of this video. I think he's gonna go bask a little bit before bed, and then he's gonna go to sleep, and that's the end of the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, leave a comment down below, and let me know what you guys think about this double-decker cage. And don't forget to hit that notification bell to get notified every time I post. And I will see you guys in the next video, which is our Florida video. Really interesting things I've never done before in Florida. So check that out. And so yeah, that's it.
Thank you.